face using the NYX Angel Veil Primer. This is such a good primer, you guys. If you love the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer and you have dry skin, you're going to love this even more because it's actually really good for dry skin. It doesn't... the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer tends to kind of dry me out a little bit. And at the end of the day, it just looks really kind of like patchy and dry. But this one, the NYX Angel Veil, doesn't dry my skin out. It combats the oil without making me look scaly. Alright, so I'm going to be applying the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. And I have the shade 2 here, which I believe was kind of the more neutral toned one. I believe the number 1 is a little bit more yellow toned. So I picked this one out and I'm really hoping it matches. But I am so excited for this foundation review, you guys. I've been wanting this foundation forever. But if you guys have watched some of my old videos, you know that I was very, very acne prone for a long time. I had cystic acne for a while, and now that's all cleared up. So I can finally use a nice sheer foundation like this that's going to be really luminous. So I'm so excited. So let's go in. I'm going to use one pump on my hand here, and this does look like a pretty good color match. As you can see, it's pretty runny. And I'm going to apply it today with a brush. I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. This is my favorite foundation brush. And yeah, if I need a beauty blender, I'll go in with that, but I'm pretty sure a brush will be fine. So let's get it on. So I'm noticing so far it doesn't have much for coverage, and it's going really nicely over the primed side, but I am noticing it is looking a little bit dry, so I'm hoping that this is not going to be a really like dry foundation that's meant for oily skin, because that's really disappointing if it is. Alright, so that is the prime side so far, and it looks pretty decent. Like I said, you can see a lot of my pores though, and I don't have like really prominent pores, but in person you can definitely see them. It looks really dry. Okay, so that is the foundation on both sides of my face. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in with a beauty blender and see if I can put another layer on it and make it look less dry. I don't know if it's because of brush application or what. This happens a lot to me with brushes. It makes my skin look extremely dry and scaly up close. On camera, I know this looks gorgeous to you right now, but if you were to see me up close, it's not overly pretty. So I'm gonna go in with the beauty blender. Alright, so I went ahead and went in with a beauty blender, and this is 1000% a beauty blender foundation. I'm never using a brush again with this. This went on so much better with the beauty blender. It looks not dry at all anymore. It's still got a little bit of dryness from the initial like brush application that I put down, but now it looks so much better. It's nice and dewy and beautiful. It's just highlighting all the high points of my face. It looks gorgeous. So I'm really excited. I am going to check back later in the day once I have all my makeup on and I've been wearing the foundation for a while. I am going to go ahead and go in with concealer. I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer today, and I will set my under eyes with powder, but I'm going to not set anything else. So I will check back in a few hours and show you how it's looking. Hey guys, so I just want to do a real quick update. I have had the foundation on for a little over 2 hours now, and I did want to let you guys know it did oxidize a little bit, but I don't think it's anything that's overly noticeable. I just bronzed up my neck a little bit to make sure that it matched. It was just a hair darker than the color it went on, so it's not a big deal, but it is looking really, really nice. So I did use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer right under my eyes, and that just blended in beautifully with this foundation. I'm also noticing the only thing that it seems to be emphasizing is the pores that I have around my cheeks. I think on camera you guys won't even be able to tell, but in real life I can kind of see them a little bit more than I usually can see them. But other than that, I think it looks really, really beautiful. It's a lot, like I said before, it's a lot more drying than I thought it would be, but I think it makes my face look really, really nice. I just feel like it kind of makes me look healthy with that little bit of luminosity to it. And I could probably apply a hydrating setting spray to my face. Maybe I will apply the Max Fix Plus and see what that does. Okay, so the Mac Fix Plus really kind of helped a little bit, but I'm going to zoom you in and hopefully you guys can see. So I'm really going to zoom you guys in here and hopefully you guys can see my pores are really kind of emphasized on the cheek area, and this never happens to me. Also, I'm noticing a lot of redness around the nose, so it clearly wasn't super great at covering redness. I see it around my eyes too, but I missed that with concealer clearly. But other than that, I do love the fact that it's really, really luminous on my face. I do like that it's bringing kind of like this highlighted look. I think that's really, really gorgeous. I am just really sad that it's so drying. So I will come back in a few hours and check in again. Alright guys, so this is my last check-in of the day, and I have had this makeup on for 15 hours. No joke. That may have included a slight nap as well. So 15 hours worth of makeup I have on my face right now, and you know, I'm impressed. It's definitely still looking a bit dry, like emphasizing the pores right here, but it's worn really well. There's that, it's got fading around the chin area and around the nose and stuff, but really those are the only areas it's faded off of. Maybe a little right here on the temple too. But other than that, it's still pretty full-on coverage right now, and I'm impressed. The finish looks really, really nice. It's still got that beautiful like luminous finish, but obviously it is fading. 15 hours is a long freaking time. So I might actually have to do another review of this foundation, because I think that maybe applying with the brush first, seeing how dry it went on my face, and then applying with the Beauty Blender might have affected the outcome. Next time I think I'm just going to try it with a Beauty Blender and see how that works. So I'm pretty sure this does not have SPF in it. And if that is the case, this might actually be a good contender for what I wear for my wedding. So yeah, I will definitely retry it out and get back to you. Hey guys, so I wanted to do a quick update regarding the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. So I've actually been wearing it for the past 2 days after I did my original review, or actually it was a first impression of the foundation. So now I've had 2 days of wear out of it, and I've only applied it with a Beauty Blender. And if you are dry skinned, this is the way that you need to apply it. It did go on a lot more beautiful with the Beauty Blender. I think because the water added a little bit more moisture to the foundation and to the skin, and it didn't look dry at all, and it wasn't doing the emphasis of the pores that I have. And I've never had a foundation that emphasized my pores other than the Revlon Color Stay, and that's because that's a really, really drying foundation. So I'm thinking that Luminous Silk might have some kind of like drying properties to it, but the past 2 days that I've been wearing this, applied with the Beauty Blender, it just wears so well. I've had this foundation on now for a good 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, and it looks absolutely beautiful. It looks like I just put it on. It's not emphasizing anything, no fading. It just looks beautiful. So yeah, I just wanted to update you guys. I'm so much more impressed with the foundation now that I've applied it with solely a Beauty Blender and not a brush. So I recommend that for those of you with dry skin if you are interested in this foundation. So yeah, positive review for me for this foundation. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Might be a good contender for my wedding because I believe it does not have SPF in it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.